Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. The world needs to hear your message and your story, so don't deny the world of that gift within you that the universe has given you. Someone out there needs to hear your story because it will support them in feeling hope, inspired, and even transformed. Do you want to discover how I help get my clients out of their own way, show up, and confidently share their message? I would love to extend an invitation to you to join me in my free masterclass, Start Your Own Podcast from Idea to Implementation, on Wednesday, April 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can find the registry link in the show notes. Hope to see you there. Hello there, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Sue Zigby. She is the founder and CEO of The Powering Woman. Good morning, Sue, and welcome. Thank you for being here.
Good morning, Brad. Well, thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. I know that we've gone through our challenges here of getting this done, but it's great to finally be connected and to be able to get your interview done. I'm really excited to jump in and share a bit about your story and your journey. And just thank you for making and taking the time to be here. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for having me here.
My pleasure. So as mentioned, you are the founder and CEO of The Powering Woman, but you're also an electrical engineer. And certainly last but not least, you're a mother to 3 children. I'm curious, what inspired you to go into the field of engineering?
I've always been somebody who loved sciences and the math and the physics. Growing up, I wanted to become a doctor, and I had big dreams, but life changed my path and I became a mom first most and had 3 beautiful children. And when I became a single mom, I needed to make a decision to, provide a better future for my children. And becoming a doctor was a bit more a complex situation, raising 3 kids and, looking at what's best for me and my children at the time and being able to do what I loved most was actually engineering field. And what I liked about it was that there wasn't enough women and I wanted to provide that impact. And I said, if I can, do my part and do something that I love and which would encourage women to go into, I thought that was the best choice for me to do for myself and for doing my part for empowering women around the world.
I love it. Now, are there still quite a lack of women involved in working in the engineering field?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There's more than before, but it's still something that I wish that I could have, helped more women go towards because it's that limiting belief that they have and the fear. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so how long did you work as an electrical engineer?
12 years.
12 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you face a lot of adversity and struggle because of being a woman in a male-dominated industry?
Definitely.
And how did you deal with that? How did you approach it when it came up?
Well, it's a very touchy situation because the first time it happened to me, I knew I would face those challenges, but I didn't know what I would feel during that moment. And it was hard the first time, but then I knew that my place was there just as much as any other person.
Right.
So I didn't let it pull me down. It actually helped me to move forward and actually show what I'm capable of doing. And I find that, sometimes those experiences may hurt us, but we learn from them and it helps make us stronger.
Now, you left the world of electrical engineering and decided to make the leap into entrepreneurship and start The Powering of Women. How long ago did you decide to jump into entrepreneurship, and how did you come up with the name for the business?
It's actually a couple of years. I've always been trying to look into something that would help me help other women. And I actually took the leap back in August where I created my brand, The Powering Woman. And it actually, the way I created it was, I've always worked in power. As an electrical engineer, I was powering everything. So everything I touched, I powered. And I also believed that I believe that a woman has the power to be who and what she wants to be. And as a female, and as a female engineer, and as a mother, and I know that having daughters of my own, I always felt that some of us just need that push to know that the power is actually within us.
Yeah.
So that's how I came up with Empowering Women, because I believe that we do have the power to do it. And plus, it's a bit of my background of empowering everything I touch. So I said, you know what? If I touch this, then maybe I'll be able to empower more women.
Exactly. I love it. I love the name. I think it's brilliant, Sue.
Yeah, thank you.
What inspired you to focus your energy on business, on helping to empower women? Did this journey begin with some of your own struggles?
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about that?
For sure. I grew up with a lot of limiting beliefs coming from Lebanese parents. I was also treated a bit differently than my brothers, and seeing that, men being treated more different than women, and having, those limiting beliefs that I can't do this because I'm a woman. That impacted me a lot. And especially during my marriage, my husband at the time treated me like I had no rights, and I wasn't able to create my own life. And it crushed my confidence, and it made me have so much self-doubt in myself. And it was later on where I've realized that we have the ability to do what we want. And when I was able to do it on my own, that's what also encouraged me into focusing my energy and helping women, because of my own struggles and what I've went through and what I've created for myself and self-created without the help of anyone else.
You mentioned that your parents kind of fostered that self-doubt in a way. Did your mom even contribute to that, or was that more from your father?
It was probably from both, because my mom was taught that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what was the breaking point or light bulb moment for you with your own story where you said to yourself, okay, this has got to change. I have to start putting me first, and I can do anything I want, and I can accomplish these things that I want to do?
That breaking point for me was my son was only 11 months old, and today he's 22. That was when I said to myself, you know what, enough is enough. And I finally found the courage, and I did not want that for my girls and my children to grow up in that kind of life. So that's when I said, you know what, it's time for me to live my life and be who and what I want to be. So that was my moment where I decided to take action.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yes, exactly.
And so how have these experiences helped shape the Sue you are today, do you think, both personally and professionally?
I don't let anyone stand in my way. I was able to complete an engineering degree, raising 3 kids as a full-time single mom. I created my independence. I built that confidence and the courage and self-love that I've lost before. I took my life in my own hands. So I find that these experiences, although good or bad in life, they shape us to the people that we are today. And I'm much stronger today than I was back then.
I think it's incredible what you've managed to accomplish, to put yourself through university while raising 3 young kids as a single mother. Mm-hmm. I think that is massive and so incredible that you did that. You went into your engineering career and now you're an entrepreneur. I think it's amazing and so inspiring.
Thank you.
What would you say is your biggest or most valuable lesson or takeaway from all of these experiences that have led you here?
That this is my life and I have the power and the right to have anything I desire, and it's available to everyone.
Can you talk or share with us about the Empowering Woman? Tell us all about it.
Yes. So the Empowering Woman is to help women create the life that they desire. And like I said, I believe we're all put into this earth for a reason. We all have a passion and expertise, whether it's personal, educational, or professional. And as a single mom, I know what the struggles are from going to a 9-to-5 job and not being there for your children. I went through a lot. Like I've had sleepless nights and crying myself to sleep because I didn't know what to do, because I had to be there for my children, but I had a job to also be there to provide. And I wanted to create something for women that they can use their passion and their expertise to build their own financial and time freedom. And that's why I want to help women to actually become entrepreneurs, so they don't have to face what I face and a lot of other women are facing, and build a life that they love so they can be there for their loved ones. And whether if it's young women who want to start young or just have that freedom of being who and what they want, that's what the whole Empowering Woman is about.
And that is incredibly powerful in itself, for sure. What lights you up or inspires you the most about the work that you're doing now?
What inspires me the most is I get to help impact the life of other women, and I help them find their true power, because I know how it feels to lose confidence.
It's incredible to be able to help and support other people and to see them flourish.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such an incredible feeling to be able to give back in that way.
Yeah. It's an amazing feeling.
What type of person or client is your ideal client? What types of things do you look for in a potential client before you decide to work with them?
My ideal client are female entrepreneurs, women who really want to take their life in their own hands and use their passion and expertise to impact the life of others. And also they're ready to do what it takes, because sometimes we have these desires, but we don't know that it's actually available to us. Yeah. And for them to understand that it's actually available, I mean, I just can't do the work for them, obviously, but I can help them and I can guide them and let them know that it is possible. So somebody who's ready to actually make that impact in their life is somebody that I would love to help.
Now, you say that it's your mission to help empower women to lead a successful and wealthy life with true freedom. Why is this so personally important to you, Sue? And what does true freedom mean to you?
Growing up, I had a dream, and I always dreamt that I wanted to make it into my own reality. But with those limiting beliefs, I thought that it wasn't true, that I couldn't. And then I married into a commitment that I didn't have anything that was close to what I wanted. So true freedom, what it really means to me is to be able to live the life that you desire and not have anybody in your way, and be able to be committed to what you want and have your desire in life without having anybody judge you.
Now, being a women's empowerment advocate, what do you do to empower yourself?
I do a lot of things to empower myself. I try to, develop positive attitude and a lot of self-care. I do a lot of self-care, and I surround myself with positive people who have similar goals.
That's important.
Yeah.
A support system is definitely key, especially in entrepreneurship.
Definitely.
Now, speaking of empowerment, what does that word mean to you? What does the word empowerment mean?
For me, empowerment means being confident and claiming control of your own life.
Love it. You're a mother of 3. You mentioned you have 2 girls and 1 boy. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, as a women's empowerment advocate and the work that you do, how do you empower your son versus your daughters?
Mm-hmm. I actually love this question. I make sure that since a very young age that, we are equal and that we are as smart and as capable, and we deserve to live the life that we desire. And that's how I want him to look up to his sisters, because I've went through that with my brothers and I knew the feeling. So that's my way of showing him that, respecting women and letting them have their own voice as they are equally allowed to live the life that they want, just like he's allowed to live the life that he wants.
Right. Yeah, because you would have been treated far differently than your brothers growing up.
Definitely was, yes.
And so I think that's beautiful that you are showing your son and your daughters that this is not the way things should be, and that we're all equal, masculine and feminine, boys and girls. We can all accomplish whatever we set our mind to. There's no limitation, whether you're a boy, and certainly not your gender.
Exactly.
That's so important. I love that. What drives, motivates, and inspires you to keep going, to keep pushing and excelling at all that you do, Sue?
Seeing the impact I have on other women and what I have self-created for myself.
What do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become successful?
That I am unstoppable and that I have a vision and I keep going to reach it.
Love that. And speaking of success, how do you define that word? What does the word success mean to you?
The definition of success for me is doing the best that you can to get what you desire.
What would you say is one of the most important things you've learned in your life? And what was your life like before learning it? And what was your life like after you learned it?
I've learned that I can have anything I desire. And before, I was scared. I was afraid of judgment. And after I built the success that I have today, my own business, I have the freedom and the life that makes me happy.
And that's what's important. I love it. Who in your life, Sue, has had the biggest impact on you and why?
I say it's my children, because they deserve to have a mother who's happy and they have been my inspiration since I've had them.
Sue, what is one of your favorite quotes?
A woman is allowed to be who and what she wants to be.
What would you say is one of your biggest failures, or we'll call them life lessons or teachable moments, and what did you learn from that?
I believe we have a lot of lessons that we learn in life, and one that I've learned from is that I should have listened more to myself. I was so afraid of judgment and letting those limiting beliefs take over, and now that I understand what those limiting beliefs were and replacing them with positive ones, I know that I could have had what I desired when I wanted it. But now nothing stops me from getting what I want in life and what I truly desire most.
What would you say is an unexpected blessing or occurrence in your life that you're grateful for?
My life experience, it wasn't an easy journey, but it was something that today I am grateful that I get to help women go through the struggles that I went through. So sometimes just looking at it as an experience, and it shapes us to be the person that we are today. And it's something that I find that I'm grateful for it.
Okay, we're going to jump into a little rapid fire section here. So the next grouping of questions will just be 2, 3, 4-word answer type thing, okay?
Okay.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is somebody chewing with their mouth open.
What is your favorite self-care practice?
Meditation.
At what time of day do you get your best work done?
In the morning.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Anywhere where there is no snow.
If you had a theme song that played every time you walked into a room, what song would that be?
I Will Survive.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
Determined.
If you could teach the world one thing, what would it be?
Love.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is to actually look back and regret not having done something because I was afraid.
What aspect of your personality do you think has been the most helpful in your career, would you say?
Being determined and proactive.
That concludes our rapid fire section. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. What is one tool that you always carry in your toolbox no matter what project you're working on?
My brain.
What's one lesson your job has taught you that you think everyone should learn at some point in their lives?
That our fear is just an illusion.
If you had the opportunity to sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with one woman, any woman in the world, who would it be and why?
Oprah. Because I find that she's the most powerful woman in my eyes. And she had her own journey and has helped so many women around the world.
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
Listen to your heart and your dreams and don't let anyone stand in your way.
Lastly, Sue, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, your corner of the world, your tribe, your people, what would that last 30 seconds sound like? What words of wisdom would you impart?
Anything your heart desires is available to you. And don't ever let anybody stand in your way to reach what you want to live in your life.
Well said. And what a beautiful way to end the interview. Sue, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today and share a little bit about your story and your journey. I appreciate you, and I am so grateful to have had this opportunity to sit down and chat with you. And I'm honored to have you as a member of the Empowerography community. Thank you for shining your bright, beautiful light out into the world with all the work you do to help empower women.
Thank you so much, Brad, for having me here with you today.
Once again, my name is Brad Walsh, host of your Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest has been Sue Zigby. She is the founder and CEO of The Powering Woman. Thanks so much, Sue. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca and follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.